Welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm your host, Patrick Cristiano, the publisher of TheaterLife.com, a website for theater buffs in New York City and the Hamptons, and we are coming to you from the LTV studio in Wainscott. And today I have a really cool guest, Judy Carmichael, who is a renowned stride pianist, has just come from touring. And she is world-renowned. She is phenomenal. And you have to see Judy play the piano. It's mesmerizing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. Really, I'm delighted to be here.
And I'm delighted to have you. So we're gonna have fun.
Absolutely.
You know, the first time I ever saw you play the piano.
When?
Blew me away. I don't know. It's 10 years ago?
Yeah, probably.
Probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But you blew me away.
Aw,
Absolutely
thank you.
blew me away. And I mean, totally mesmerized me.
This is a fun style to watch, and I didn't realize it till I saw myself on film, because people talked about it. But it's called, what I am greatly influenced by, is something called stride piano, which was the early years of jazz.
Which started in Harlem in the 20s, because I did my homework.
Yes,
and
it
I
did.
I want to read you, and then you tell me how you do this. The dictionary.
Okay, I'm ready. What does the dictionary say?
The dictionary definition of stride piano.
I'm ready.
Okay, I can hardly read it and figure out. I can't even manage how you do this. But the right hand plays the melody, while the left hand plays a single bass note on the octave or strong beat, and a chord on the weak beat. So that hand has to do two different things, and while the other one's playing the melody. And you can keep that straight?
Well, the easy way of thinking at it, it's called stride. It started being called stride because they used that word as a verb. They'd say that guy could really stride, meaning he can make these big leaps, big strides over the bass end of the keys. And so now, because it's a distinctive sound, people will say that's stride piano, and I've become known for that. And
Count Basie called you stride.
Count Basie called me stride.
Wow.
Which is fabulous, because he was the first person I heard that playing this style that hooked me into wanting to do this. I heard him on an old recording from the 30s, and before he was even
How old
Count
were
Basie.
You?
Oh my gosh, I was probably 22 when I heard it, and I had a job.
So you'd already been playing piano for a long time.
I've been playing ragtime. I got my first official job when I was 19. So I was playing ragtime, and one of the people who came to see me said, I really think you're going to like this. It's by someone called Count Basie, and I'd never heard of him. Gave me a cassette, if anyone remembers cassettes.
I do.
And I listened to it, loved it, and played it over and over and taught myself how to play like this. So, I mean, note by note, but it was a great sound. And it's something that I've integrated. I'm not recreating it exactly. But it's a fun style to watch because the left hand's doing that, and this one's doing all that. So unlike other styles of jazz, where you'll play a chord very often, and then the right hand's playing, and then another chord, this is happening the whole time.
I know. The definition just blew me away when I read what you had to do.
Well,
I saw you doing it and it blew me away and mesmerized me, and it sounds terrific on top of it.
Well, it's a very complete style pianistically, because you're playing the bass notes and you're playing the rhythm, so you don't have to have any other instruments. Where in a lot of other styles, you have to have a bass player, drummer, all that. I'm doing everything, and you see all that motion, so it's fun to watch. Fun to hear.
So we have a video. It's from Brazil. You want to set this up for us?
Yes. This is a festival that I ran for 10 years, which was very exciting. I was the artistic director. Was all over Brazil, 7 different cities. Oh, wow. So it'd be 3 nights. This particular one is in a place called Belo Horizonte. And so it's in front of 10,000 people. Wow. And mostly young, very young following for jazz there. And I've gone for many years, so I've done a lot of television. I've done their version of The Tonight Show in Brazil. So you get all these people that will come out. And we would move around from city to city, 3 nights in one, different acts, and 3 nights in another city. So this is with... Is it in the summer? What time of the year? What's it? It's their summer. Their summer. Yeah. And which is? So it's our fall. I mean, well, it moved around. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes we would be there in August, and that would be cool. Cool weather. and sometimes it would be in our spring. So that it changed, but in general it was in August.
Well, let's show them because I want.
And this is the saxophonist that'll be with me at Bay Street.
So she's going to be doing a gig at Bay Street on October 14th,
right.
And the saxophonist that's on this video
will be with her. Yes.
No, I know. Let's just do Down a New Baby. We'll just do it slow. James will take it in. Down a New Baby. Yeah, James, you take it in. You play the melody.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
See that does it for me. It really is exciting.
Aw, thank you.
I mean, that is super. And listen to, I want to read just a couple of your reviews. Okay. The BBC Radio said Judy Carmichael is a great entertainer. Her playing is masterly, and her linking material show her to be a raconteur in the Ustinov mold. Wow.
You're Ustinov. That's big. That's a big compliment.
Yes, it is. And the London Times. Judy is a one-woman force for good. More to the point, she's a player of extraordinary accomplishment who's made stride piano relevant again. Outstanding, flawless, captivating. The New York Times.
That's so nice.
You are here to stay. You've been here a while. How many CDs do you have?
I've got 12 CDs. Not a lot for someone. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot to me because I haven't recorded with a lot of different people. Very often, I'm always a leader. In the jazz world, you're either a leader or you're a sideman. So, for instance, Harry Allen, the saxophonist that we just watched, well, he's an extraordinary recording artist. He's recorded 50 CDs under his own name, but he's also hundreds for other people because they hire him. And I've been more focused on my performing and then occasionally doing a CD that really pushes it to the next place that I want to go.
But originally, most of your CDs were just music related.
All instrumental,
and
right?
You've kind of moved in. You did a CD,
Come and Get It.
Come and Get It.
Yes.
Which has songs.
It does. The Come and Get It CD, I sort of tiptoed into singing. I'd always had vocal cord issues. I had a couple surgeries on my vocal cords. So I never thought I could sing, but I did all this radio work and television work, and my voice got healthier. And so I recorded on that CD, on the Come and Get It CD, a couple of vocals. And then I did, I Love Being Here With You. I was trying to think of the title of the CD. That I decided to do all vocals, all standards, and I didn't play piano. I had Tony Bennett's piano player, Mike Renzi.
How cool is that?
He was the music director for Sesame Street for 15 years, and also played with Tony, or is with Tony now, and Peggy Lee, and all these people. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to focus on singing, and have him play for me because he does not play stride piano. It's a very different style. And then my most recent CD, I wrote the music. So that was very exciting.
So you have 2 CDs now that you sing.
That I'm singing.
And will you sing at Bay Street on October 14th?
I will sing at Bay Street.
So she's going to sing at Bay Street on October 14th, so get your tickets now.
Yes, I'm going to sing and play piano.
So let's Did I Do off your Come and Get It CD, which was the next to the last CD that you did.
Yes, and it's on this I'm playing piano and I'm singing.
Okay, so let's hear that.
Do I want you? Oh my, do I? Honey, deed I do. Do I need you? Oh my, do I, honey? Deed I do. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging round you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I? Honey, deed I do. Oh my, do I, honey? Deed I do. Do I need you? Oh my, do I, honey? Deed I do. I'm glad that I'm the one who found you. That's why I'm always hanging around you. Do I love you? Oh my, do I, honey? Deed I do. Oh honey, deed I do.
Oh, Judy,
Thank
wonderful,
you, thank you,
wonderful.
thank you.
So, wow, you know, all the people you have met in your lifetime, Frank Sinatra, Rod Stewart, Count Basie.
I'm a very lucky girl.
I have a feeling we make our luck a little bit. I'm into karma, so you're kind of...
I think you do make your own luck, but I think that I guess what I think is that you grab the opportunity. And one of the reasons I love New York when I first came here was that the opportunity was offered. And friends of mine have said, I love New York because New York loved me. But these older musicians, I would go to hear them, and one of them would see me and say, Judy's going to play. Now, it was hugely intimidating because I was so young and new. Yeah. But there was my opportunity, and they had kind of a perverse, let's see if she's got the guts to do it. I always use surf because I'm a California girl. Surf metaphors. It's like you think you can surf, there's a 30-foot wave. Here's a board. Right. Now do you do it or not? And I would always say yes. And I thought, I've got to do it because if you triumph, it's huge. And most people are going to say no. Right. Most of them are going to say no. There's famous people in the audience. I'm intimidated, or they're nervous. But I think that you make your luck by saying yes. Yeah. And also, but it just encourages your confidence. And if you say no, it makes you harder to do it the next time. I mean, like you're going away from your goal. I really agree. I completely agree. I think that you have to. Well, it's that before we were on camera, we were talking about how much we both love improvisational theater, and it's all yes and. That's a metaphor for life. Yes. To say yes to life and see what happens. Nobody does well if they say no to life. It's not a good way to live. Not a good way to live. No. So, you know, all of the stuff that's happened in your life, which is still ongoing, and, you know, what's probably your most memorable experience? Oh, I've had many memorable experiences, but one of the most memorable places I ever got to play was in some Roman ruins above Nice. It was one of my first big jazz festivals. Wow. And that was great. I always am asked about playing Carnegie Hall and things like that, which is great. But I love these unusual settings. And I've done that in a number of times that I've gotten to do it. And one of my favorite concerts was I played a town in Wyoming of only 2,000 people. The population was 2,000, and 600 came to the concert. Wow. I will never have that percentage again. There will never be I can't imagine a time in my life where that portion of the population will come. But it was great. It was a small town, and the people were really into it. And in small towns, a lot of times people bring their children more than they do in big cities. And their kids are all dressed up. The boys have little bow ties and things. So that's very memorable. What town was it? It was outside Casper. Okay. And I'll say another memorable event. Casper is where? Wyoming. Oh, Wyoming. I'm sorry. That was really great for me. You told me that and it went out of my head. I was at the Blue Note, and I have two quick stories. I was at the Blue Note hearing the Basie band, and the great Freddie Green, who was Basie's guitar player, leaned down in the middle of the song. He saw me and he said, "This would be a good tune for you, Judy." Then he went back and started playing. That was a huge thrill. And the other one was hearing Sarah Vaughan at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in Los Angeles. And she decided to sit down and play the piano and sing from the piano. And she started doing a little stride. And she turned to the audience and she said, "Eat your heart out, Judy." And it was her little shout out to me. And that was, I thought, I can die a happy woman now. That Sarah said hello to me from the audience in front of all these people. So I've led a blessed life.
Terrific. No, we don't have a lot of time, and you have so many accomplishments. I have to talk about everything.
Oh, I love it.
Let me first let everybody know where you're going to be, because you're going to be at Bay Street on October 14th. And it's a wonderful opportunity to see you live in person.
And it's such a wonderful theater, and it's small. Every seat is great. It's a great place to see music.
Yeah, and you'll be singing, too.
I'll be singing, too.
And then right after you do that, you're going to London. You're going to the Pheasantry in London.
Which is a beautiful little room on the King's Road. It's great, about 100 people.
Oh, wow.
That it seats, and it'll be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
3 performances, October 16th, 17th, and 18th.
Right. Come to London.
Come to London. And then you're going to be in the city on December 13th at Steinway Hall.
The new Steinway Hall. So it's now at 44. It's 6th Avenue between 44th and 45th. They have a beautiful little theater, and everybody should check it out. It's different from the place they had on 57th Street. So December 13th, Steinway.
How fantastic. Oh, and Judy has a radio show, too. So you may want to check that out. It's on NPR. It's a Judy Carmichael jazz-inspired public access radio show on Tuesdays at 7 p.m., 88.3 FM.
Yeah, here on Peconic Public Radio. So locally, it's that, but it also podcasts, of course.
Okay.
And it's all over the country because it's an NPR show. And I talk to celebrated and some people that are less well-known, but that are great talents, people who are inspired by jazz. So I had Renee Fleming. I go all the way from opera to Billy Joel to Seth MacFarlane, so from Family Guy. So it's a fun show.
I hear you even had Tony Bennett once.
I did have Tony Bennett. We did 2 hours for Tony, 2 shows with Tony, which was great. Just had Alan Broadbent is coming up, one of my heroes. He's Diana Krall's arranger and conductor.
Oh, wow.
And a lovely, lovely pianist that some people will know, but a great conductor. So yeah, it's a fun show. It's like I always say it's like, it's sort of like you. I feel it's a blind date that I get to set up with people I want to meet. I had Robert Redford on.
Oh, boy.
That was, he had hired me to play Sundance, wanted something, sort of a musical sorbet between films. And so I said, well, where will I do the interview with Bob? I now call him Bob. And they said, well, he has a little cabin in the woods.
Get out.
And I thought, well, I'm equal to the task. I can be with Bob in the woods in the cabin. So yeah, that was a great interview.
So you get to do these little private concerts like you did for
yes,
Robert Redford,
and
you did one for Rod Stewart.
I did. This was early. This is a long time ago, early in my career. And I love this story because Rod's people called my people, which means Rod's people called me. And I think it was probably 1983 or 4, something like that. Uh-huh. And they said, Rod's having a party at his home in Beverly Hills or Brentwood. And and the entertainment was me and the Tonight Show band. And that was going to alternate with this. But long story short, what it wound up is Rod had hired me just for him. So when everybody went off into the disco, because he also had a disco in this mansion.
Wow. So
Cher and Gregory Peck, all these people, off they went, because it was a huge range of people, all the way from that Billy Wilder to Tatum O'Neal. Rod had me go up into the balcony that overlooked the ballroom and just play for him. He just sat there and listened to me play for a half hour.
Oh, my God.
It was incredible. And then I moved in and we had an affair for 2 years.
No.
I just want to say that so everybody will get excited. Did she say that? They had an affair for 2 years?
She said it.
No, it's not true.
We're running out of time, and I want to play this just a little bit of this cut of your June song.
Oh, great,
which is from
great.
My
new CD.
With all original music,
yes.
And you write with your...
I write with my saxophonist. So he wrote the music, Harry Allen wrote the music. I wrote the lyric. And I chose this because I wrote it as my love letter to the Hamptons.
Give us this quick June song. Let's go off the air with Judy Carmichael, June song on her new CD, Can You Love Once More?
Thank you.
Romance in June. Here's why you're my loveliest tune. I float along like a leaf on a sparkling blue stream. Warm in the sunshine with thoughts of your lips on mine. Take me away in a dream. I imagine you sing to me, softly caressing me true. Head in the clouds as I drift along all through the day, turning my eye to look up to the sky and remembering why I can't say that you're oh such a boon to me. Love dance in tune to me. This is my miracle romance, so miracle June.